13, 47, 22, 60. What does it all mean? What does it all mean? You ready to play the game? Let's go. Hi there, I'm Ken. Welcome back. This is a great video. This is a video that I get to launch to showcase my new book, which is just out last week. It's a book all around Taylor Swift and how she has built a global brand through 20 years of customer connection, through really understanding values-led leadership, authenticity, surprise and delight, gamification. It's a book on customer intimacy, customer empowerment, brand loyalty, and how you too can build your own tribal following. It's literally 12 chapters, a playbook, and how you build a tribal fandom for your own brand and business. So listen, I really hope you enjoy it, but I'm going to use this video to showcase two of the chapters and two real values that she brings to life on a regular basis on surprise and delight and gamification. I'm going to start by reading you a transcript from a fan reel. There are literally thousands of these reels on TikTok and on Instagram. Let me read you this because I think it's great. She said 47 seconds on that podcast. That's so random. Why would she say that? She is the halftime act for the 60th Super Bowl in 2026. Definitely, 100%. It's in the Levi's Stadium, and that was the 47th stop on the Eras tour. Their mascot is Sourdough Sam, and she kept talking about sourdough all the way through the podcast. She even said she was thinking about it 60% of the time. It's the 60th Super Bowl, and that Spotify playlist she put up on Times Square, it's called 22, and it has 22 songs, all the twos. We are definitely getting a secret double album. She was so clear that it was just these 12 songs, but she's got a Pinocchio doll in the background on that set. It's so obvious. She's lying. And of course, she's launching the album on the 10th of the 3rd of October. 10 plus 3 equals 13. And on it goes. That tone of conversation, welcome inside a Swiftie's head. A Swiftie is continuously playing the game. Taylor Swift worked out many years ago that there is product, which is the music, the video, even the concerts, consuming the product. And then there's ritual. And on the other side of ritual is engagement, belonging, purpose. There's a religiosity to how people consume a product. And I think it happened nearly by accident originally because she herself enjoys mischief and play and numerology and all those things. But actually she realized very early in her career that if you plant little clues, she calls them Easter eggs, in lyrics, in videos, on social media, in conversation now, even on podcasts, that the fans start playing the game. And so there becomes a product consumption, but there becomes a game. And so the Swiftie belonging is about playing the game. And it's a bit like scouts, where the scouts get their little badges for each thing they achieve. Swifties kind of get badges of belonging in terms of entering the game and then leveling up. It's like a video game. You level up in the game in terms of where you're understanding. And it's a bit like self-determination theory. That's a theory, a psychological theory for motivation. And there's three aspects: autonomy, competence, and relevance. And so the first one, autonomy. There's something for everybody in this. Like you can just choose your rabbit hole. Are you looking at videos? Are you looking at lyrics? Are you looking at the rituals? Are you looking at, where are you trying to understand? The autonomy of all this is, you can just choose to make all the bracelets. Like you could be a bracelet person or a costume person or a clues person. And then in terms of the competence, well, how good are you at playing this game? How good are you at leveling up? How good are you at understanding, well, this means that, and that might mean that. No, what if she says that? And so there is a real competence to it, and you get to understand that competence as a fan, and you get to go deeper and deeper and deeper into it. And the third one, that relevance, that relatedness, that's really important. Like, how do you relate to other people in the community? And again, they choose the friendship bracelets, or they might choose, again, this game, this leveling up, this, what did you find? Oh, I found this, did you find that? That relatedness is really important in self-determination theory. And so what she has done very cleverly is crafted a belonging. She's pushed past marketing into meaning. And she's done that with surprise and delight and gamification. And if you look behind the glitter of the psychology of all this, like the surprise and delight piece, I wrote a whole other blog and video on surprise and delight, the psychology of surprise. In fact, it's probably here if you look at the link, or maybe here, I don't know, it's probably over here. And so the idea of what surprise and delight makes us feel, it obviously makes us feel a positive dopamine rush, gives us warmth, there's hormones, there's oxytocin, and all those things form bonds of attachment, of course. So in terms of surprise and delight, Taylor's always stepped into her fans' life by surprise. She's turned up at their houses, turned up at their weddings, she's invited them into her homes, she always pops up in live streams or in comments, and she drops a double album, drops another secret album, and so all these surprise moments just swell the warmth and connection in the community. And then the gamification piece is all around curiosity and mischief and what could this mean, and play, and that's really interesting. As consumers, we love curiosity. That's why the center aisle of Lidl and Aldi is so popular for people in discount stores. Ooh, what might I find here? And so this idea of like surprise delight, but also a game. People love to play. And she's not the only brand that has built fandoms and communities around these things. I mean, Duolingo have an amazing gamification product. There's levels, and you're competing against friends, and you're getting rewards, and there's little dopamine sounds, and so it's like they've gamified learning language. Lego, of course, have a very famous brand community where the community themselves come up with new products and vote on them, and then they come into existence. There's the Nike Running Club, there's the Sephora, there's the Fortnite squads, and there's games. There's all sorts of community. Brands have identified that community is how you build bonds of attachment. And so for your brand and business, if you're thinking about how can I create brand loyalty, which of course we all would like, brand loyalty comes from bonds of attachment. That's what loyalty means. I'm loyal to you. And so you have to form emotive bonds of attachment. And the only way you can do that is to push beyond product. If you're focusing on the product, if you're focusing on the physical product or the service delivery of the product, you're really kind of backing yourself into a cul-de-sac, because that can be copied so easily by anybody. Anyone can copy product in terms of its engineering today. Anyone can copy pricing strategy or promotion strategy or distribution strategy. What they can't really copy is the attachment emotionally you develop between you and your customer. And that's why tribal belonging and community, customer communities and collaboration have become so important. Why customer experience has become so important as a strategic lever inside a company. It's why this book is so important. It's why you should buy my book. Look, I've got kids to put through college. And so the idea of the book really was to give you a playbook of connection. So every chapter has a value that Taylor Swift brings to life in her work, in her brand. But it's also, and I talk about how she has done it, but then I talk about how other brands have used that same value to connect and build their customer communities. And every chapter ends with 5 or 6 consultancy questions around your brand and your business, and how you could take that value and maybe, whether you're B2B or B2C, or it doesn't matter what industry you're in, how you could actually fan the flames of that value and connect better with your customer. There's also Spotify playlists in the book, because you should be listening to Taylor's music as you go. Each chapter has a playlist. But more importantly, it's got a QR code in there that you scan. It brings you to a whole multimedia, multi-sensory website, which brings the things that I'm talking about to life in video form. And it's really important if I'm talking about fan belonging and community and tribal belonging, that you see that in work, in action. You see that through the whites of the eyes of the customer. And so those videos that go along with each chapter will really bring the content to life. So look, if you're interested in customer intimacy and customer belonging and empowered customers and tribal fandom and brand loyalty, more emotive brand loyalty than maybe transactional, if you're looking for your brand and business to really push past transaction into relationship and to get that deep emotional attachments that I'm talking about today, it's all in the book. And so go, maybe there's a link, I don't know. Someone else adds the links. There's probably a link to the book. It's on Amazon. And so go on, type Taylor Making into Amazon, get yourself a copy, have a read. I'd be really interested to know what you think. And I think it's a really powerful, I really enjoyed writing it. I really did. I enjoyed researching it. My whole For You social media pages, after 2 years of researching Taylor Swift, looks like a 14-year-old girl's social media feed. But I really enjoyed researching it. I really enjoyed the anthropology of ritual and belonging. And I think everyone who's read the book before, as the pre-read, has said the same thing. It's easy to read, it's fun, it's witty, but more importantly, there's huge insight and action and takeaways for you, your brand, and your business to be able to implement to form your own bonds of attachment, which is the point. So go, buy the book. Hope you really enjoy it. Until next time, I'm Ken Hughes.